Hi everyone, if you happen to be lucky enough to join me on my live stream yesterday, I did a live unboxing of everything that I bought from the Ulta spring haul. But anyway, a lot of the people in my live stream really wanted to see a first impressions of all of the products that I had picked up, or most of them. The first product I want to make sure I use, I'm going to open it up now because I want it to be ready for my foundation, but I did pick up one of these brushes from Real Techniques. I have owned brushes like this before. I totally see the value of these brushes. My thing is they are just a little odd, but I suppose it fits nicely in there. I don't know. These are obviously a dupe for the Artiste brushes that are like so expensive. Remember, like old YouTube, they were like $400 for a set. But like everybody wanted those Artiste brushes. Were they really that worth it? I don't know. Probably not, because nobody really uses them anymore. But the foundation that I got was the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and I ordered mine in the shade Cream Beige. I think I did a pretty spot-on job finding my shade match, so props to me. I've basically nailed that skill, I'd say. So I am going to apply the foundation to my skin. I do remember trying this foundation years ago. I probably shouldn't be using the spatula directly on my skin, but you know what? I just got out of the shower. But I remember using this foundation years ago and actually quite liking it. I probably just got rid of it because the shade probably wasn't great. Oh yeah. The shade looks okay. I'd say the shade might be a little bit too pink. But the brush is blending out this foundation so quick though. I'm basically done. The whole reason why this brush is shaped the way it is, just to school you guys a little bit, is because these brushes, the ones that we typically use, are actually designed for makeup artists to apply makeup on other people. The handle on them is designed so you can hold it and apply on other people. You know, like for paintbrushes, they're designed the same way because you're painting a canvas, you're painting in front of you, so that's why the brushes are designed this way. The Artiste brushes, or the knockoff ones, whichever ones, they were designed this way to apply makeup on yourself. You wouldn't use this brush to apply makeup on someone else. You use this brush to apply makeup on yourself, and that's why they are designed this way with this handle, and this is why they are supposed to work so well on yourself, because they were specifically designed for you to apply makeup on you. But moving on, I think the foundation looks really nice. It actually ends up looking pretty perfect, the shade match. I was worried when I was blending it out, it kind of was looking a little bit pink, but I think it settled in to look exactly like my skin. The concealer that I actually have a couple of concealers that I purchased. I got both the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer and I got the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, but I think the most exciting for you guys to see would be the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Hydrating Concealer. I got mine in the shade Medium, and this is pretty dang dark for a medium. I say with regular concealer shade names, I would assume this concealer shade would be a medium tan warm is what I would describe this concealer as. But also when I was shopping for this concealer on the actual website, the concealers were so dark. So I would just be interested to know if someone with fair skin would be able to find their shade in this. Also, I want to touch on the wand really quick. This is the first time I'm using this concealer on my face, but the wand is kind of rough. It's a little hard, so it kind of feels like I'm removing the makeup that I have on underneath, which is a little concerning. I'm just gonna blend this out with a sponge. It does smell pretty similar to the CoverGirl Skin Milk, which is offensive. I wonder what the ingredients are in this. I really hope it doesn't break me out. I noticed with the Skin Milk foundation formula, It didn't break me out the way that the ColourPop skin tint did, like their tinted moisturizer. It didn't break me out as bad as that one. That was horrific. But I did notice when I was trying out that Skin Milk foundation from CoverGirl, I was getting odd texture. I don't know, I just hope that this one doesn't have like a reaction on my skin, but this actually looks really nice. It definitely doesn't have the most coverage, but it looks really pretty and fresh on the skin. It also didn't lift up any of the makeup underneath of it, which I am surprised about. I want to move on to my eyebrows. I picked up the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I did get this in the shade Espresso. This is supposed to be NYX's dupe product for the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but I'm pretty sure the last time I tried this product was like back in high school, like a pretty long time ago. If you missed my brow lamination video, I did do like an at-home brow lamination on myself, on my eyebrows, and I feel it went pretty well. So if you happen to miss that, you should definitely consider checking it out. This shade Espresso is a little warmer than I thought it would be. Well, maybe just like a little bit more red. And sometimes I don't mind that, but sometimes I really don't like it. It just depends on how the brand does it. Like sometimes brow products can just be like a little bit too red for me. I'm not going to use the CoverGirl concealer to sculpt my brows. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer to sculpt my brows. And for the Maybelline Fit Me, I got the shade 25 Medium. Pretty sure this is the color that I used to use back in high school. And back in high school, I also really liked the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. And I remember I would like, you know, have my little cycle of foundations that I would use from day to day. And I noticed that anytime I would wear my Maybelline Fit Me, I would get so many compliments on my skin and my makeup. I do have the NYX Bear With Me Brow Setter, and I'm just going to run this through my brows so that they can stay in place. I forget what sale LA Girl was having, but I remember this eyeshadow palette was super cheap, and it usually is super cheap regardless. I'm gonna make you guys look a little brighter, but this palette is really pretty. I have always had my eyes sort of on the LA Girl palettes just because I feel like they look super sleek. I love the all black packaging. The compact actually feels really sturdy, and the giant mirror in it is something that's always really attractive to me in a palette. So I am going to use this beautiful LA Girl palette today. It's really nice. It has some good basic shades, and it has a couple of warm tones thrown in there along with a lot of matte. I'm going to start out with this sort of peachy shade right here. It's showing up a lot more peach on camera, but kind of looks like a peachy brown. Ooh, this mirror is to die for. This mirror is so nice. Okay, thank you. Sometimes, you know, mattes are a little hit or miss. You never know, but this blended out by itself, basically. It's looking good. My mustache needs to be waxed so bad. Next, I'm going to take this shade right here, this burnt brown orangey shade, and I'm going to focus that on the more outer corner. Ooh, that's pretty pigmented. I like that these mattes are really soft. So I think I'm gonna go in with this one. I like that it's a little deeper, I guess. I like that. I like that this shadow's a little bit more creamy though. I feel I was kind of expecting it to be chalky, but this is pretty nice and creamy. I'm gonna do my little shadow liner look because I love it. But I'm going to take this cool tone brown and mix it in with this really warm tone brown, so I can get a deeper brown shade, but it still matches with my look. I'm taking this pale shade right here. Sorry, it's like a little, it's like really bright. I'm taking this shade right here, and I am placing that on my brow bone. I'm actually going to take that shade and like dip it into this shimmery shade right here so I can get like a little bit of a brow bone highlight. For my mascara, I did not pick up a new mascara, so I'm just going to be using the Revlon So Fierce mascara. I don't like trying new mascaras really. I usually like what I like, or I will try a new mascara if it's like given to me. But I don't like, I don't know, I just don't like trying new mascaras. I'm usually pretty picky with my mascaras, and a lot of times, unfortunately, mascaras can really irritate my eyes, so I have to be a little bit selective with like what I pick. This one's like kind of clumpy, so I am going to go in with this tool that I got from Ulta. It's just like one of their Ulta beauty tools. Kim K used this in a little Vogue tutorial video that she did. This thing works like the best. Like I was saying, for example, the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara is super lovely, and I like that one a lot, but it burns my eyes so bad to the point where I get like headaches from it. Like I'm getting headaches because of how burning and like strained my eyes get. It's kind of ridiculous. This mascara is kind of bomb if you have like a good lash separator. So I kind of want a little bit of extra coverage underneath my eyes, so I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me. You guys, you know, got to see how the CoverGirl one looked, but I do want like a little bit of more coverage underneath my eyes, so I'm just going to go in with this concealer. By the way, I feel like I'm gonna get questions on this, but I did not get the dewy version of the Wet n Wild foundation. I got the regular one, and I feel like the regular one is like matte enough on my oily skin where it probably won't end up making me too oily, and I'll be able to kind of get away with not powdering my face, at least for a little while. For my bronzer, I have very high hopes for this bronzer. This is the Wet n Wild bronzer in the shade Sunset Striptease. I feel like this is like a cool tone brown, but maybe like a neutral tone brown, and it has a little bit of sheen to it. Like it has like a little bit of a satin to it, which I prefer in a bronzer. I feel like the lighting's odd. Like it gets a little too bright, and then if I turn it down a notch, it gets like a little bit too dark. I prefer my bronzers to have a little bit of glow to them because I find that they apply a lot more smoothly. I do think this bronzer could be a little darker, but it's applying super beautifully. And oh yeah, you can see the glow it kind of gives. Ooh, I like that. That's gorgeous. I'm going to take it on my nose. For my blush, I did not pick this blush up from the sale, but this is the Milani Healthy Hue blush in the shade, I don't know. It's definitely the darker one though, because I'm pretty sure they only have 2 shades of this, but this is so gorgeous. The only thing is I've tried this blush like definitely one other time. I don't think I've tried it again after that, but it wasn't very pigmented, but I feel like someone had told me to kind of take off that first layer, and after that it gets super pigmented, so I'm going to try that because I feel like the color is stunning, and it kind of reminds me, like the texture kind of reminds me of the Clinique Cheek Pops. So unfortunately, this is the last new product, the last first impressions that I have for this video. This is the NYX High Glass Illuminating Powder. Wait, I didn't think this was a powder. Okay, I don't know why they call it a powder, because it's definitely like one of those moussey products, like those jelly type ones. Like, you definitely use your fingers to apply it. But this is the High Glass. I have this in the shade Moon Glow. I remember when these first came out, I was so drawn to them, but I was like, Chess, like, you do not need it. You do not need this at all. But then NYX was doing their like buy one get one 50% off deal, and I was getting the brow pencil already, and I decided to just get this highlight as well. I feel like my skin is already super duper glowy, I'm assuming from that bronzer, but this is really cute. I do feel my cheeks look a little textured, but I have a feeling that's more just my skin. For my lips, I'm going to go in with my NYX Dazed and Diffused Blurring Lip Liner. I don't know why they call it a lipstick, but this is in the shade Girls Trip. And I also didn't get this lip product from my Ulta haul, but it's a newer product. It is the Revlon Super Lustrous Glass Shine Lipstick in the shade Nude Illuminator, and I feel like these pair really well together. Just add some really cute shine and comfort to the lips. I'm going to mix our two crease shades, so that one and a little bit of that one, because it was kind of pigmented. So I'm going to mix those two together, and I'm going to apply it underneath my lash line. I forgot I didn't do that. And then with a little brush, I'm actually going to take a little bit of the highlight that I used from NYX. I wonder if any is going to... Okay, yeah, I got some on the brush. I'm going to pop that on the inner corner because it was really cute, and I feel it would be a really nice inner corner highlight. I like it. I like this whole look Rooney. But that is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this full face of drugstore some first impressions video. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do so, and hopefully I see you next time.